speaking of stuff that's kind of surprising and hilarious, let's kick this off with a little NBA talk, shall we? We all know that a guy that I've banged on the court, not off the court, on the court, one LeBron James. He scored 40, he's broken the 40,000 point barrier. Congrats to him. Much respect. But there's the question debated about around the internet about whether he should have a statue built outside of the crypto.com arena, along with the likes of Kobe, Shaq, Kareem, Magic, look at your face, Elgin Baylor, Jerry West, and I think Chick Hearn, the great Chick Hearn, the announcer, former announcer of the LA Lakers. So, judging by your response with your facial expressions, you agree with me that LeBron James has no damn business with a goddamn statue outside the Lakers arena.
You're absolutely correct. God, I didn't realize it, right? Mm-hmm. I've driven past crypto a couple of times. I've seen the Shaq statue. Of course, I'm familiar with the Magic statue, and of course, the new statue of Kobe being put up. Is it a mausoleum? Is that a mausoleum, but a museum now? Is that what crypto is? With all these statues up there?
I guess.
My God! But you know, I agree with Stephen A. Though I will say that okay, yes, he gets a statue in Cleveland. He gets a statue in Miami. Not in LA though. No.
He hasn't been there long enough. He hasn't been there long enough. I mean, the one he brought them a chip, although it was the bubble chip, right? Somebody put an asterisk against Skip Bayless especially, but the chip is a chip.
He's brought them two. Stop playing, Scott. He got him the in-season championship too. So he got 1.5 rings, 1.5 banners. What you're not going to do is take that half banner away from him, Scott. Don't be like that.
You see my expression, right? That's some shit. That's some shit that the Clippers would do. The Lakers shouldn't be doing that shit. I bet, you know what I bet what happened? I bet Adam Silver, the commissioner, got to Jeannie Buss, the owner of the Lakers, and said, please, I beg you, please, take this shit seriously because many of the fans are not. Being the team are not, outside of maybe the Indiana Pacers. But that's about it, right? The Indiana Pacers, by the way, who lost to the Lakers in the title game of the in-season tournament. But the point is I've heard this on sports talk, like debate shows. I remember Keyshawn Johnson clowning the Clippers, throwing some strays, but saying that's some shit the Clippers would do. Post the banner of the in-season tournament. That's something that the Clippers would do. You know, but the point is
something that the Wizards would do, most definitely. And
there you go.
For organizations that haven't won a title ever or haven't won a title in a very long time, that's what I expect from them. So I had to let my sister, who's a big Lakers fan, have it when they rose that banner up. I'm like, come on, stop playing. Had this been Denver, you would have gone in on them. Had this been, say, the Dallas Mavericks, you would have gone in on them. You can't sit here and rest on your laurels and be happy at the fact that they're having this ceremony because you won an in-season tournament. Stop playing. Kobe is rolling around in his grave right now at the fact that they raised that banner. How dare you?
Hey, speaking of Kobe, I'm picturing him.
But I get it. It was probably an Adam Silver thing. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was because I'm picturing Kobe and Shaq in their heyday, especially. And maybe Magic and Kareem. Could you imagine if David Stern tried to bring that shit to them? And you see Kobe giving some sly, shady looks like I just gave, like you gave earlier. Man, no one would take it seriously. Because the thing at the end of the day, they count the real rings. All the respect to the in-season tournament, I'm sure it's going to grow over time. No one's not thinking about that shit. No one's thinking about that shit, bro. No one is thinking about that. So the point is, what I'm trying to say is, and many Lakers, not Lakers legends per se, but maybe some former players, they've said LeBron's not a real Laker. He hasn't been there for. This is what, fifth season, maybe.
It's about his fourth, fifth season. Yeah.
He's not a legend. He's a legend. He's an NBA legend, but Oh, I'm sorry. If all those guys who have, and we're gonna close it with this. You can take it home as well, land the plane if you want. But all those guys were statues. There's only one team, even Shaquille O'Neal, brought over through free agency from the Orlando Magic, played for other teams while he was out of his prime, outside of the Miami Heat, maybe. But the point is, and even Kareem, he was a former Bucks player. He started with the Milwaukee Bucks, got traded to the Lakers. But even with both those guys, if you mention their names, the first team that's going to come to your mind, to anyone's mind, I guarantee you, would be the Lakers. LeBron's name, Cavs, maybe the Heat as well. But definitely the Cavs. You're not going to think about the Lakers. I'm sorry. You're just not going to do it. So, again, much respect to LeBron breaking the 40-point plateau, even though I think it's a bunch of stat padded at this point because they're not going anywhere. But, 40,000 points is 40,000 points.
Yeah.
But he shouldn't be getting no damn statue. Not in LA. Cleveland, yes. Miami, probably. He probably deserves it there because he brought them two titles. But LA, hasn't been there long. He's not a Laker. Not a Laker. That's all there is to it. All right, man.
No. Now I'm gonna go ahead and guide you just a little bit.
Yeah.
As the plane has landed. I won't say that the stat pattern. This dude has been doing a lot of this. Well, not a lot of it, but he's been rather consistent after the age of 30.
Sure.
Especially as we're looking from ages 35 to 38 right now, I would say 32 to 38, the ages in which he's been a Laker, right?
Right.
He has done something that we haven't seen before, which is being a guy of his size, playing as long as he has. I understand, he's doing the restricted minutes thing. I get that too. But he's been rather consistent scoring-wise too. Again, something that is completely amazing, and we haven't seen it before. And the technology lends itself to saying that we'll continue to see it.
Right.
But I don't see anybody else with this type of work ethic at his age right now that is equally as good. So I will give him that. That's one of the things I will most definitely give the Bron stands on that is his ability to continuously play ball on a level in which he's been doing at this late stage of his career. But to agree with you on that fact of whether or not he deserves a statue outside of crypto, no.
So yeah, I made it to the end of the video. Wonderful. Great. Thank y'all for tuning in to this video. Please see like, comment, share, and subscribe. Speaking of which, hit the subscribe button you see on the screen right there. And in any event, you'll be glad you did, and I'll be glad you did. So until next time, take care.